So if you are here, you are watching how to do or how to practice your volume fans. When you are doing this, get you some volume strips. You can use the back of a lash tray if you don't have no stick pads. Get your glue ring. Don't worry about how my glue ring look. I'm going to get a new one because it really was bothering me of how it looked. Make sure before you start all your sets that you brush them thoroughly through. Brush all your lashes thoroughly through. These were stale because I had found them in some old lash trays I was going to throw away. Everything that I practice and I show y'all, it be some stuff that I really don't be using and I still be having. So that's good. So as you can see, when you are practicing your fans, this is how you practice. You make your fans and you just place them on the box. That's it. Place them on the box. When you are trying to practice your fans, I'm going to say this again. Make sure you use the correct tweezers. As y'all see, I used the wrong tweezers. That was for y'all to peep that. So I'm finna do two different methods. I'm finna do the pinch method, and I don't know what this other method is called, but you dip it in your glue, and then you go in between the little holes. I mean, not the little glue ring holes on there, and then you put the lashes in between there and stuff like that. Now, we was having technical difficulties because if you watch my videos, y'all will know all this. You know all this. For one, that glue that I had in there is out of two things. If that just happened to y'all or if that happens to y'all and stuff like that, it's because, one, you need some new glue. Two, you have glue on your tweezers, and I needed some new glue. It wasn't even no glue on my tweezers. But this method does help you build your or make your volume fans. It's easy. It helps when you are trying to, do a little rush sets or stuff like that. With that technique, you have to practice as to how you're dipping your glue in there and then, putting them in between the holes to give it that perfect little look, that perfect volume look. All we're doing for this video is just practicing volume fans. You can do the pinch method. You can do whatever method you want. But when you are practicing volume fans, you need to place them right there. Place them right there and place them along the sides of them. Now, I was placing them along the sides, but I had got irritated. I don't even remember why. I don't even remember why. I think really it was giving me a hard time. And then as y'all seen, I used some other type of tweezers, it started picking up more and more because I think this thickness of the lashes that I'm using is 0.3. So it's very, 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 very thin. So when you have thin lashes like that, you need to use some tweezers that'll be able to grip those lashes. So basically, all I'm doing is just making fans and just placing them right there just to practice. When you are practicing, really, this is what you do if you want to practice your fans. If you want your fans to be perfect, if you want to get better at making your fans, you need to do this. Also, another thing, make sure all your fans are the same size. If your fans are not the same size, your sets are not going to come out giving that clean look. If you have a narrow fan, if you're making a narrow fan and then you have a wide fan and then, an in-between fan, it's not going to look right unless you're trying to do a specific style, trying to freestyle, trying to do something different. When you are practicing making your fans, try to make them all the same length, not the same length, but the same thickness, So if you're doing a volume set or practicing your fans for narrow fans, make sure you practice for all narrow fans, all of them, okay? If you're doing a mega volume set, make sure you get that same thickness of that first fan that you made and do them all the way thoroughly through. Around the side of, your stick pad. If you're doing it on notebook paper, you can do it along the lines or whatever. But the key to making fans and to having that clean, fresh look on your clients is making sure all your fans come out the same way. A lot of people just sit here and just, oh, let me just make any type of fan and just put them on there. No. I'm showing y'all this because I want y'all to give y'all clients that clean look. Sometimes that messy look is cute. I like the messy look sometimes, but the clean look gets them every freaking time, okay? Like, for real. Practice this over and over and over and over and over. This is how you get better at making your fans too. If you practice making your fans and placing them along anything, this is how you increase your speed. Practice makes perfect. Doing this over and over and over and over. Before you go to bed, make sure you sit here and practice your fans. That's how you get better. Before, like when you wake up in the morning, just make sure you practice on how to do fans in order to get better with lashing. But I hope this video was helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe.